Thanks for watching ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to our news broadcast. Here are the headlines. President Isaias Afwerki's state visit to China. Cultural programs in connection with 32nd Independence Day anniversary. Philippines marks claim to disputed territory. Japanese scholars concerned over NATO's intention of a liaison office in Japan. In our domestic news, President Xi Jinping held a grand ceremony today, 15th May, at the Grand Hall of People to welcome President Isaias Afwerki and his delegation, who are paying a state visit to China on the auspicious occasion of the 30th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between the two countries. The welcoming ceremony was accompanied with 21-gun salute in honor of President Isaias and his delegation. Earlier in the day, President Isaias and his delegation met with President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Li Qiang at the Great Hall of People. In the morning hours today, 15th May, President Isaias Afwerki laid a wreath at the Monument of the People's Heroes at the Tiananmen Square in Beijing. The details of the report will be presented soon. Cultural programs in connection with the 32nd anniversary of Independence Day colorfully commenced under the theme Heroic Feat Anchored on Cohesion Ranks. The cultural program conducted at Batmas Karam Square on 14 May that was broadcast live by ERi-TV included songs and dramas depicting the resilience and development journeys of the Eritrean people. The program was attended by a number of residents of Asmara, students, diaspora nationals, and other guests. The participants noted the deep meaning of independence and the heavy sacrifice paid, and called on every citizen to work double-fold in the implementation of the development programs. The event was highlighted by artistic performances by veteran and young artists. The Central Regional Administration, in connection with the 32nd anniversary of Independence Day, organized entertainment program on 13 May in Tamam'u Gala Nafhi subzone to members of the Defense Force that are engaged in development programs. At the occasion in which Brigadier General Takhla Kaflai, commander of the Central Command, Mr. Yusuf Sayek, head of organizational affairs at the PFDJ, and other officials took part, Mr. Fasaye Haile, governor of the Central Region, said that celebrating the Independence Week with the gallant members of the Eritrean Defense Forces has deep meaning and flavor. Mr. Fasaye went on to say that as part of water and soil conservation activities, small and medium dams are being constructed in Tamam'u, Adhausha, Adike, and Afdayu with strong participation of the members of the Defense Forces, indicating that in the Central Region over 130 dams and microdams have been constructed. Engineer Abraham Daniel, head of agricultural infrastructure in the region, said that the construction of Tamam'u Dam has been finalized by 85%. Expressing satisfaction for being part of the development programs, the members of the Defense Forces expressed their dedication to continue participation in the development drives. The program was highlighted by artistic programs by the Central Command Cultural Troupe. The Independence Cup, which is touring in the Gash Barka region on 14 May, reached Sawa from Hajar. Upon reaching Sawa, the Independence Cup was accorded warm welcome by members of the 35th round of the National Service. Colonel Debasai Gide, commander of Sawa National Service Training Center, on his part, lit a torch in honor of the Independence Cup. Colonel Debasai Gide also handed over the Independence Cup to Mr. Abubakar Mahmoud, administrator of Fort Sawa subzone. That was our domestic news. Please stay tuned now for the international news right after the short break. The Philippines has staked its claim to a disputed area of the South China Sea by placing navigational buoys around the Spratly Islands in defiance of China's territorial assertions. 5 buoys bearing the country's national flag were placed around the islands between May 10 and May 12, the Philippine Coast Guard PCG said on Sunday. They were all installed within Manila's 200-mile exclusive economic zone and marked the critical areas of Patang Island, Kota Island, Panata Island, and the Balangtas and Juan Felipe Reefs. Chinese officials haven't yet responded to the statement, but the move comes amid rising geopolitical tensions in the region. Japanese Foreign Minister Yoshimasa Hayashi and NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg confirmed respectively at interviews that the two sides are discussing opening a NATO liaison office in Japan. Japanese scholars said the move runs against Japan's pacifist constitution and flouts the will of Japanese people. The scholars have underlined that Article 9 of the Japanese constitution renounces war and prohibits Japan from maintaining war potential, but it secretly colluded with NATO. This, they said, is not constructive and does not conform with the will of Japanese people. Still others have said that such a move against the tide of the times would draw Japan into crisis. That was our international news. Please stay tuned now for a recap of tonight's headlines. President Xi's state visit to China. Cultural programs in connection with 32nd Independence Day anniversary. Philippines marks claim to disputed territory. Japanese scholars concerned over NATO's intention of a liaison office in Japan. That was our news for tonight, dear viewers. It is good night from us.